It's Monday, start of a new work week, so I am working Monday through Friday this week. Every day is 1 to 5 except Wednesday. Wednesday I work 1 to 6:30, which funny enough, I have a 1 to 6:30 next Tuesday, so I think that's going to be like my new schedule is I work 1 to 5, 1 to 5, 1 to 5, 1 to 5, and then I have one day where it's like 1 to 6:30, so who knows. Anyway, I got home from work about 5. I've been chilling out, getting a Slurpee, and as you can see, I'm in my Lions gear. Why? Because it's the Lions tonight. Football season has started. I'm excited, and you're like, how are you watching the Lions game? I am not watching the Lions game. For those of you who don't know or need a quick reminder, this past spring, my mom made the choice, and we went along with it for her to get rid of the cable. We've since discovered there are some things we missed that we don't get with cable, and digital antennas suck. So one of the things I realized I was going to miss is watching the Lions games, because for the past couple of years, those are what I've been always watching. But I went, wait a minute. Yesterday I was thinking, wait a minute. Don't they usually do the Lions on the football games on the radio? So I quickly looked online, and yeah, they do. There's actually a local station that does the Lions games. So I have that on right now on my radio to listen to the Lions game. But I also found a station for Michigan State football games. So I am good. I'm going to be bummed because I'm not going to see the Thanksgiving game this year, but I can handle it. So, yay, I'm excited. I'm great. I'm having fun. I learned something funny today. So the Browns is a football team that have been just having crummy. They have like not won a game in like a year. And one of the big beer companies actually went to the Browns stadium and put in locked coolers of beer that will be free, that will be unlocked, and the beer will be free to Browns fans if the Browns win a game. Well, the Browns did not win a game. They actually tied, so that doesn't count. But I still think it's funny. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to chill out and listen to some Lions, get some writing done, and have some fun. And I will talk to you guys later. Bye-bye. Hi, guys. It is Tuesday night. It's just a little after 6. I got out at 5:30, so I've been home for a little bit. Might be difficult to vlog the next couple of weeks for me because I have my schedule for the rest of this week, and I'm working till 6:30 tomorrow night, and then 1 to 5 the rest of the week, and then I'll have Saturday and Sunday off. And then next week, I work 1 to 5 Monday, 1 to 5 Wednesday, 1 to 5 Thursday, and 1 to 5 Friday. But then Tuesday, I work 1 to 6:30, and that will be the same schedule the following week. So it's going to be a little difficult to vlog because I have this new schedule, so I might not be checking in. The videos might get shorter, which for some people will go, yay! So I am not completely happy with this schedule, especially since Tuesday nights my mom doesn't get out till 8. So if this is a schedule they're going to keep me on, that's going to make it really a lot of fun as we start getting into fall and winter and the days start getting shorter, because that means I'll be walking home in the dark. So that's not going to be fun because I can't always get a ride from somebody. So that is one of the reasons I have decided I'm going to try and start saving for a car. I know, like, really? Yes, I've decided after much fighting with myself, I don't want to get a car. I don't like driving. I actually prefer walking or biking. But with me now having a job again, and with what happened last winter, with me trying to get back and forth to work and having to cut my hours a lot at the store, and then falling on the ice and actually straining my rotator cuff in my shoulder, and the fact that because I don't have a car, I'm limited right now in where I can apply to work and stuff like that. And also, if I get this job at DG at Dow Gardens, that would mean during the winter time making arrangements to dial ride, but I'd rather just get myself a car in that case. So I kind of need to get a car. I don't really have a choice, especially if I'm going to move up to someplace like Gaylord or someplace like that. I need a car. So I'm going to try to start saving up for a car. I really like my dad's car. It's a Pontiac Grand Am, so I really like that. So I got to start saving up for a car, so that's going to be fun. Bad news is my Lions lost last night. They kind of got their butts kicked, but I'm the eternal optimist, and I actually had a customer say it's so cool that I'm so optimistic about the Lions. I'm like, I'm from Michigan. We kind of have to be. I always make the joke that Michigan is a state of eternal optimism. We're always hopeful things are going to get better, and we're always looking forward to the brighter future. So I'm optimistic that my Lions are going to go do well. I think last night the game just got away from them. I'm worried Darius Slay, I think, got hurt really badly last night. He was taken out of the game early on with a shoulder injury. Matt Stafford, who I absolutely admire and love, he was getting the tar beat out of him. Like, they were pulling him out of the game. He was limping. He was wincing. And yeah, they pulled him out of the game, and he refused to go to the medical tent. And he just stood, let them pull him from the game. He caught his breath. He stood on the sidelines, fully in gear, with his helmet on, refusing to go get checked out, refusing to take any break, and then he was back in the game. He did this last season too. He had like a badly injured hand that he just had like tape on, and he was still doing incredible. I think last night it was just jitters or something. He did not play really good. I thought he got hurt a lot. So we're gonna have to wait and see. I'm still really hopeful the season's gonna be amazing. And like I said, even if the Lions don't make it this year, they'll make it next year. And as soon as the Lions make it to a Super Bowl and win, even if they don't win the Super Bowl, if they just make it to the Super Bowl, I know for sure everyone in Michigan is going to be going nuts, going crazy, and Detroit is going to have a party that will put the Falcons to shame. Okay? We will be going crazier than Philadelphia, but in a good way. There will be no people climbing up light poles. I can guarantee that. We're a little bit more well-mannered here because we're like neighbors with Canada, so we're Canadian crazy. So, yeah. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm thinking about doing a Q&A video. I've talked about doing this in the past, but it hasn't gotten a lot of reactions, so I'm like, okay, whatever. But I'm also going to post this in this week's chapter I'm doing for my fan fiction, where I'm saying, hey, you guys, I have a YouTube channel. I'm thinking about doing a Q&A video. Send me your questions if you're interested. And if I get enough, I will do a video that's just solely Q&A. The questions can be about anything you want them to be. Just try and keep it PG-13. And I will answer them. I'm going to put a link to my fanfiction page down below so you guys can check that out. I'm also going to start linking my Facebook and Twitter page. I have a Facebook and Twitter page. I also have an Instagram page. I don't use Twitter and Instagram that often. My Facebook page is just for family and friends, but I'll start linking them so you guys can go check them out so you can see my other social media and you guys can see pictures and see what's going on that doesn't make it here. So I'm going to get going so I can go get dinner. I think I'm buffalo chicken and mashed potatoes. I'll talk to you guys later. My bags. Good morning. It is Friday already. I'm sorry. Pretty much this is what you guys are going to get. It'll probably be a little bit longer video tomorrow. But for the most part, for at least the next 2 weeks, the vlog is going to be like this. Really short with barely anything going on because of my current work schedule, where we have one employee at the store who apparently who works like 2 days a week, and apparently if it's a weeknight, she can't work till 6:30. So that means next Tuesday and the Tuesday after that, I work from 1 until 6:30, which kind of puts a damper on things. And also it doesn't help that I work the rest of the week 1 to 5, so I'm just going to go with it. I don't know if I told you guys yet. I still haven't heard anything from Dow Gardens. I called them Monday. They said they were still reviewing applications. So my plan of attack is I'm just going to keep calling once a week until they tell me to stop calling. At which point I went, okay, I didn't get the job. So that's my plan, is I'm just going to keep calling until they tell me to stop. And then I'll know. If they tell me to stop calling and they'll just call me, then I'll know for sure I didn't get the job, which will bum me up. But at least I still have Staples. For how long? I keep saying it's up in the air. We're apparently doing really good. I'm not sure how much I believe that. My brother had to go in at 8 o'clock this morning to wash the windows. I vaguely remember having a service that used to come wash the windows, the outside of the windows at Staples. Well, now apparently we don't have that anymore. We used to have a guy who would come in and do the plumbing. We don't have that anymore. So apparently now it's up to the employees to wash the windows and fix the plumbing at the store, which makes no sense. But whatever. It's a job, and I'm glad I have it in this economy, which is good for a lot of people, not so good for my family, because just because wages are going up does not mean cost of living is getting any better. Like I said, I make $9.35 an hour, and the cost of living on average is $11 an hour. So I'm not really making it that much. So, but I'm glad I have my job, especially since that allows me to go shopping. I'm still planning on doing a big shopping trip for clothes. That will happen sometime the end of this month, beginning of next month. I keep pushing it back because things keep coming up that I need to get. Like today, I am going to get another 60-day subscription to Old Republic because mine is up next week, but I also need money to get a phone card. So I gotta take care of that next week too. But so yeah, I gotta work on saving money, especially since Christmas is coming and now I'm a member of Joann's. I wanna go shop some there. Because like I said, my goal is I want to try and find these for Christmas. And I'm going to have to invest in some better tea lights, because the tea lights I got to put in these, they're they're having issues. Like the one in this one does not work. So this tea light does not work, and this one still works. I don't know where the other ones went, so I need to invest in some better tea lights. So yeah, that is my plan for Christmas decoration. My big goal is I want to get these, and then I would love to make something like this for Christmas. And this comes from Joann, so I want to see if I can get more of these little things. I have lots of little Christmas decorations, but I want to do more because I really want to get like full on, because I've discovered I'm okay with decorating this. This should be decorated for Christmas. Just because I have all my Star Wars stuff does not mean Star Wars cannot be decorated for Christmas. I'm actually hopeful this year that maybe I will save enough money. I found a sweater, an ugly Christmas sweater that is Darth Vader, and it says, "I find your lack of cheer disturbing." And I really want that. I really want that sweater. I just have to find it, but I think I've lost enough weight I can get it. I don't know if I actually saw it as a real sweater or was something I saw online, but I want a ugly Christmas sweater from Star Wars. That's how lame I am. But there is a very good reason why I'm talking about Christmas. I am slowly starting to get ready. For you guys who have watched the vlog before, you guys know that Christmas is literally the biggest holiday my family celebrates. It's more to do with not just our faith, but with my family. Like I keep talking about, my family is mostly European, and Christmas and Easter are like the biggest holidays, for the most part, that they celebrate. They celebrate a lot of holidays, but Christmas and Easter are like the two big ones. And Christmas is really big because I'm German and I'm Lutheran, and that means we have to do Christmas right. Because so many Christmas traditions, I've talked about this before, have either come out of the Lutheran church and or have come out of Germany. So it is like such a big thing that I feel like there's always like this little amount of pressure, which I love. I love going nuts for Christmas. As you guys can see, last year I did all my Star Wars posters. I gave them tinsel frames, and I left those up because I love them. I'm going to get more tinsel this year to redo the frames. That way we don't have this thing going on here, where we have like a corner here that's red, and then my Force Awakens poster is half silver and half red. It looks cool, but that's not what I wanted. I wanted to have silver around all the posters except for Last Jedi, Revenge of the Sith, and Return of the Jedi, because those logos were in red. So that's what I want to do. So yeah, but like I said, there's a very good reason I started getting prepped for Christmas. It is literally, like I said, the biggest holiday my family celebrates. So usually at this time, this is when we start thinking about Christmas, because we don't really do a lot for Halloween or fall, and we don't really do a lot for Thanksgiving. Technically, we haven't for years. We used to do stuff for Thanksgiving, but then it just got kind of convoluted, and my mom works for Walmart, and Walmart is one of those stores that does not close on Thanksgiving, which we frankly don't have an issue with. I know a lot of people are upset about that, but frankly, since we don't really celebrate Thanksgiving, to us it's just really another day. We just get a big meal, and then literally we just kind of, well, basically we have this really big meal because pretty much we just will be working for most of the holiday season because we all in retail. So literally we have this like one last giant meal, whatever we want, and then we just go crazy like little beavers. And I, of course, decorate on Thanksgiving. So we kind of, this is when we start planning, start trying to figure out if we're going to go to Bronner's or not this year. We haven't gone for the, if we don't go, this will be like the 4th year in a row we have not gone. And like, seriously, I am going through Bronner's withdrawals. I miss it so much. So I'm going through Bronner's withdrawals, and that is the reason why I'm getting right. I'm already thinking about Christmas because, ta-da! Look what came in the mail this week. Yay, I'm so happy. This was actually on my bed when I came home Wednesday night. It's the Bronner's 2018 catalog! I'm so excited. Oh my gosh, I like literally freaked out. So if you guys want to know what makes me happy, just remember 3 things. Star Wars, Disney, Christmas. Especially anything to do with Bronner's Christmas Wonderland, the world's largest Christmas store that is literally like an hour and a half away from where I live. Like, seriously. That is what makes it so cool, is this town is like just over an hour or so away from, I think it's more like 45 minutes depending on if we take the highway, the back roads. It is literally just like down the street and that way away from Midland. I love going to Frankenmuth. Like, if I had a car and if I had the money, I'd be moving to Frankenmuth. That is where I would love to live. And that is weird for me because I don't like the city, and Frankenmuth is a city, but it's a touristy city. So I would love to go live and work in Frankenmuth. I think that would be awesome. So I love going when we go, because we go to Bronner's and then we go to River Place, which is this wicked awesome outdoor mall, and then we usually go to the Castle Shops at the Bavarian Inn, and it's really cool. If you've never been to Frankenmuth, I highly recommend it. The entire town is built to look like it's from Germany. It's called Michigan's Little Bavaria for a reason. There are actually a few towns that have done this in Michigan, because a great portion of Michigan people, their ancestry is actually like Germanic and Scandinavian. So there's a lot of towns that kind of have a German vibe to it, but Frankenmuth takes it over the top. They were actually founded by German Lutheran missionaries, the city, so that makes it more cool and authentic, and there's German everywhere, and lots of the businesses like the Bavarian Castle Shops and Zender's, which is world famous for its chicken. I have never been there because it's really expensive, but I want to go one day. They will dress in traditional German outfit, in traditional German costume with like lederhosen and stuff like that. And on certain days, if you go to the Bavarian Inn, they will be playing polka, and it's not in English, it's in German. So I grew up going there, and it was always really cool because we would come home and my brother and I would know a little bit of German. I actually grew up learning some bits and pieces of German because being Lutheran, I went to a church where German was actually kind of used in like phrases and stuff. So I grew up speaking a few phrases here and there in German. Not that hard to do. And then I took German in junior high. Now I'm trying to learn more German. And at one point I was very proud of myself. I actually knew the first verse of Silent Night in German. So that is what is so awesome about going to Frankenmuth. Because to me, it's an Americanized version, but it's giving me a small taste of Germany. And that always makes me happy because my mom has always been like trying to find little tastes of our heritage. So that's why she loves Celtic Thunder so much and Celtic stuff, because we're also Celtic, and I grew up learning about the UK and the British Commonwealth and all that other stuff. So I've been giving bits and pieces of my heritage, and I love it. I think that makes me really unique. So I am super excited. One of the things I'm really excited about is this year is the 200th anniversary of the song Silent Night, which is the world's most famous Christmas carol. I mean, seriously, I don't know one person who has not heard of the song Silent Night, even if they don't celebrate Christmas. Everybody has heard Silent Night. It is so beautiful. It is so peaceful. Like I said, I learned how to sing the first verse of it in German when I was like a teenager. I loved it. And one of the really cool things about Bronner's is they were given permission from the government of Austria to build a replica of the Silent Night Memorial Chapel, which is, I have to get my music box down and not break it, which is this thing. In Obendorf, Austria, they built a memorial chapel to honor the song Silent Night, because that is where it was written and first performed. And Wally Bronner actually traveled to Obendorf and got permission from the government to come back to Michigan, to Frankenmuth, and build a replica of the Silent Night Memorial Chapel. So there's actually a Silent Night Memorial Chapel in Obendorf, Austria, and then the only other one in the world is in Frankenmuth, Michigan. And it is so pretty. It is so peaceful. I love going. So this year is the 200th anniversary. They have a few ornaments commemorating that. I've picked out one. I think it's cute. It's going to be one of my, I always try when we go to pick out two ornaments I really want to get. And I'm going to show you guys this tomorrow, but it's the book one. The hymnal with the picture and the songs for Silent Night. I think that is so pretty, and I already have a replica of the Silent Night Chapel, so I don't want that one. And then the other ornament, I have to flip through. There are so many freaking ornaments. Like, this catalog doesn't even have half of the ornaments they have. You go online to their site, that doesn't even have half of the ornaments that they have. This store is literally thousands and thousands of ornaments of all different styles from all over the world. I have an ornament from Ukraine. My brother has glass-blown ornaments from Egypt. So this store is amazing. You can get everything for glitter nail polish for a salon person to all sorts of stuff. In fact, last year they started carrying Star Wars ornaments, and that silver Star Wars logo is the one I want. So I had picked that one out, and that's what I was going to get this year, and that's what I'm going to get this year. See, if we skip years, as a rule, if we skip a year, my brother and I get to get ornaments for the years we skipped. So if we go this year, my brother and I get 4 ornaments. My mom will buy one. Generally, she will say she will buy one, but she always ends up buying us like 2 or 3 a piece. And then usually I buy myself the ones I didn't get. So I will get 3 ornaments for the 3 years we did not go, and then 1 ornament for this year. And I usually try to theme them out for something big that's happening that year. Like the year the Olympics were in Beijing, I got myself a panda bear. The year when I was doing graphic design, I got myself an artist palette. That ornament broke last year, and I broke down in tears. That was the first ornament I ever had that broke. My first Bronner's ornament I ever had that broke. When I became a teenager, I got my first, what I called my first adult ornament. It was a glass ball ornament, and it has a picture of the Virgin Mary and baby Jesus, and I call that my first adult ornament because it's like such a big deal. I don't know. The last year we went was the year before the 200th anniversary, the 500th anniversary of the Reformation, and they had ornaments for that, and I got one of those. So I usually try to theme the ornaments for something that I've done that year or something big that's coming up. I have ornaments for the state of Michigan and for the UP. I want to get an ornament for see if I can get an ornament for like the bridge on it or something. So yeah, I try to theme these out. So I'm going to get going, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye-bye. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Saturday. It's basically the wrap-up. So yeah, get used to this. Like, the vlogs are kind of going to get shorter and a lot less fun because, simply put, next 3 weeks, well, at least for the next 2 weeks, my schedule is pretty much the same. I work the exact same schedule next week and the week after, which is Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, 1 to 5, and then Tuesday, 1 to 6:30. So, same schedule. But, other than that, so far, I haven't heard back from DG, and basically my plan is just to call them every week until they tell me to stop. So, but yeah, it's been a good week. Had a good day today, Speedway, and now it's Saturday, and I'm going to open up the curtains a little bit, but not too much because it's sunny and horrible. So, but today was a good day. It's a little bit warmer. It's a little bit humid. I'm checking my ears because I tried on the clip-ons I got. I got a pair of crystal cross clip-ons from Claire's to wear because I always like the idea of having pierced ears, and now my ears, as you all know, I got my ears pierced shortly after, like right after I came home from Mackinac Island in July, and I had my earrings in for about 3 weeks, and then when we went to take them out, unfortunately, things did not go as I had hoped that they would. I thought I was going through them fine. I wasn't having no issues. They still hurt when I twisted my ears. Fortunately, didn't pan out that way. I had a reaction, and my ears got infected, and so we took them out. So now I'm back to clip-ons. However, we're also worried that I might have issues with the clip-ons. So I am just going to be so sad if it turns out I can't even wear clip-ons because of my freaking ear. So I wore them today. The right ear, this ear, it really started hurting after a while, feeling like it's pinched. And when I took them both off, I had lines where you could see where the clips were. So I'm not sure what's going on. But hopefully it's just resolved and I can get back to wearing pretty earrings. But today is Saturday, as you can tell. I always call Saturday my do nothing day because I literally pretty much do nothing. I don't make my bed, which I don't really do on a daily basis anyway. I don't really clean up after myself. I let my room just be messy because it's my one day to sleep in. And honestly, oh my gosh, like my mom today slept in the almost 10. That never happens. Oh, wait, you guys, can you guys wish my mom a happy birthday? Her birthday was yesterday, and I completely slipped my mind with work and everything. So, yay. My mom's birthday was yesterday, so my brother and I went and got her iced tea from Speedway because that's the only thing we could think of to get her. How lame was that? It's like, it's my mom's birthday. It's my mom's birthday. Oh, my gosh, I don't have a card for her. I don't have anything. We're going to Speedway. Let's get her a 32-ounce iced tea. That's what we did. Because we got her an iced tea. Only they just made it so it was still warm and it melted the ice. So, yeah, not the best plan. But it's been good today. We got up. We got up late. I actually woke up about 9. But then again, I went to bed about 1 o'clock this morning because on Friday nights, I let myself play Star Wars The Old Republic for as late as I can. So I think last night I didn't log off till after midnight because I finished out the Imperial Agent and now I'm on my Sith Warrior. Let me just say the Imperial Agent is one of the more interesting classes to play in the Old Republic. I think it's like I think it has like the most options and like the most varied endings. Simply because you have so many choices to make throughout the game And basically what options you pick at the end of the first chapter as the Imperial agent is going to affect how the rest of the story goes. So I did a light side agent. So my light side agent is going to be how, if I went back and did a dark side agent, that experience is going to be completely, and choose nothing but dark side answers. That experience is going to be totally different from the experience I just wrapped up. Of course, I can't do that because I'm good. And I guess it's kind of the same for the Sith Warrior. One of your companions is this like Jedi you kind of seduce away, named Janessa or Jessa, and depending on if you're a light side or a dark side, if you play light side or dark side, that also affects how she is. If you're dark side, she goes dark side, and if you're light side, she stays light side. So it's very interesting. I did not think I would enjoy playing the Imperial class so much. I will say that the Sith Inquisitor is my least favorite class to play. Don't hate me, all you SOTAR fans, but it is. I just did not enjoy playing the Sith Inquisitor class. I don't know why. I think it's because I really like the character Andronicus, and I think maybe they could have fleshed out, just like I really liked the character Eric Jorgen in when I play Trooper. When I do my Republic Trooper, I love the character Jorgen. I love that relationship with the female trooper. I love that romantic partnership. However, what bugs me is with the Eric, and the trooper, they don't really flesh out that story. So it's really jarring when you go to play Knights of the Fallen Empire, and spoiler alert, Jorgen and Havoc Squad have kind of deserted the Republic in favor of joining the Internal Alliance, and it's like, okay. So I wish they were able to flesh out a lot of these stories more. I think that's why there's so many cinematic stuff in Knights of the Fallen Empire, Knights of the Eternal Throne, and like Shadows of Revan. It's because they were fleshing out the characters. I mean, I feel like you learn a lot more about Theron Shan than you do about any of the companions you were with so far. So that's going to be interesting. Very shortly soon, we should be having an update. Like I said, SOTAR published their fall 2018 roadmap. Don't know if I mentioned that, but they are doing what they did for Knights of the Fallen Empire, Knights of the Eternal Throne, where they did Shadows of Revan, which was kind of like an introduction setup to what was going to happen in those two expansion packs, and they're doing it again with 6.0, with 5.10 being this new like story arc where you're going to go to a Jedi planet. I don't know what it's called. They're calling it the Ancient Jedi Homeworld, and for me, I always think Tython. But apparently there's another one that starts with an O, which I've never heard of. One of my coworkers at work, Brandon, he plays Old Republic too, and he knows a lot more about the lore than I do. So he thinks he knows what planet it's going to be. He and I are kind of debating, because if you play Republic side, you're going to unlock a new companion, which is apparently a Jedi veteran that has never been available as a companion before, but apparently you've come across in the game. And I'm like, so we're trying to figure out who that is. They're saying it's new to companion, so I and my friends in the guild were like, maybe it's a Teal, and I'm like, but she's not a new character. Some people have said Revan or Bastila, but they're both dead, so I don't know how that would work. And then also, if you play Imperial side, the new companion you're going to unlock is a brand new character, apparently, that's going to be a commando. So that's going to be very interesting to see. Especially since I've decided that for each side I'm going to take one character and do the entire thing. For my Republic side, that's going to be my new Jedi Knight character, who I should be able to start playing around Christmas. My character Allegria, and then I have to get her into my guild though. She's not part of the guild yet. And then my Imperial character is going to be my Bounty Hunter one, because honestly, so far that's the character I've had the most fun playing. I just started my Sith Warrior. The Imperial Agent was fun. Sith Inquisitor, like I said, not my favorite. But now I'm doing my Sith Warrior, and so we're going to see. I've almost completed the Bounty Hunter story, and I really, really enjoyed playing the Bounty Hunter. But that's because you hit Chapter 2 and you become a Mandalorian, and I'm like, yes! So that's why I like it so much. I'm like, Mando, yes! And then you get Torian, so it's like, yes, I'm learning about Mandalorian things. That's probably why I like it so much. So I'm almost done. I've only got 2 more classes to go to get Legendary status, which is awesome! But today, did a few errands, as you got. I don't know if I mentioned this, but today I went to Barnes & Noble for the purpose of replacing my, I call it an omnibus. I'm not sure what you would call this. I have this, which is it's called Rise of the Empire, and it's a 2-book set. It has Tarkin and Star Wars: A New Dawn. And if you guys thought Lord of the Sith was dark, you guys should read Tarkin. That guy is a psychopath. Okay? It's no wonder why even as a kid, I was more terrified of Tarkin than Darth Vader. Like, Darth Vader at least has some redeeming qualities about him. Tarkin's just a plain old jerk. Like, seriously, that guy has... No, I don't like Tarkin. So I got this book when I started collecting the new canon, thinking, okay, I'll say this. Plus, it's got a ton... It's got 3 short stories, including one about Cham Syndulla, which is very fitting when you consider A New Dawn has Hera. It is all about Hera and Kanan and how they became partners and how their romance started. No, I'm just kidding. There was an attraction there. But the problem is since I've been collecting the new canon, there's like, I want to say like 2 or 3 books that come between Tarkin and A New Dawn. And it's just been driving me batty because I don't like how it's organized in my book. And like, wait a minute. What about the trilogy? Yes, I do have the original trilogy in a collector's edition. However, it's much easier for me to remember what books, because pretty much all the books I have from there's a certain point of view, which is stories that happen during Star Wars: A New Hope. Then you have Inferno Squad, which comes after, which pretty much starts right after A New Hope. Then you have I, Jedi and Battlefront Twilight Company, and those all take place pretty much between A New Hope and Empire Strikes Back. So that's really easy for me. In fact, if I check and see, yeah, Heir to the Jedi, Battlefront Twilight Company, and Battlefront Inferno Squadron, those are all take place between A New Hope and ESB. So that makes it a lot easier for me because I know, okay, New Hope, stop. Go read those 3 books, then I can go read those 4 books, and then I can move on to the other 2, and then everything else comes after. So that makes it a whole lot easier for me. With A New Dawn and Tarkin, there are quite a few books that come in between, especially since I have Ahsoka, Rebel Rising, Lost Stars, and Leia, Princess of Alderaan, which are technically young adult novels. So when you look at the canon listing in the novels, those aren't listed. But they are canon, but they aren't listed. So I have to guess how the heck those fit into the timeline. So I just take a wild guess. And I think I've gotten it to work. I know Ahsoka is the earliest. Catalyst takes place during Revenge. It starts during the Clone Wars. Ahsoka is like 1 year after Order 66. So that's how I know that Ahsoka's first. And then with Leia, Princess of Alderaan, I figured out that takes place before Thrawn Alliances because she is celebrating her 16th birthday. And she and Ezra are the same age, which means that happens between seasons 1 and 2 of Rebels because she never really started working for the Rebel Alliance until she was 16. And Ezra turns 15 in season 1 of Rebels. So I'm estimating that Leia comes, which means Leia would come before Thrawn Alliances. And then I forgot, I also have Star Wars, Guardian of the Whills, and I say that happens right before Rogue One. So I'm guessing it. So I went out today to Barnes & Noble to pick up individual copies of Tarkin and A New Dawn. I know they're not hardcover, but that's totally fine with me because they're cheaper. They were already $8.99, so it's cheaper. And like I said, this guy, James Luceno, Heavy Rising, he's an amazing author. He did such a good job. When I read this, I was literally like, oh my god, Tarkin. This is the book that cemented in my mind that Tarkin is the person you fear the most in the Empire. It's not Vader. Tarkin is the second most feared person after Palpatine. It's like, oh my gosh. So I got 2 not new Star Wars books. I got 2 new copies of Star Wars books. And then we went to Walmart afterwards to pick up some things, and you guys are going to get tired of this, but I'm already planning for Christmas. I've been talking about this. My thing is I've got this new beast, and I've got my new Star Wars bookcase. I probably would have been fine if I kept my old dresser, but I needed more storage space, and I like having these shelves here. Problem is I used to have this bigger space right here. So I was able to store things. Like I would be able to put my bench here. However, that is not the case. I now have my guitar and I don't have space for pretty much anything else other than tables. So I have to figure out how I'm going to set up my room because my tree will go right about here, right where my bench is behind me. So right about here, which means my bench, my beautiful antique bench that belonged to my great-grandparents has to be moved. My garbage can has to be moved, and I'm fearing that I'm going to have to take my baby, my beautiful baby, I'm going to have to put her in the closet. That's not going to be fun, but that's what I'm going to have to do. But on top of that, I don't know if I mentioned this last year, but I'm pretty sure I mentioned that I've been thinking about getting a brand new Christmas tree this year for my room. For those of you who have just subscribed, I am Cuckoo Banana Bonkers for Star Wars, Disney, God, and Christmas. And I've talked about this. And for the past, I want to say 3 years, I have actually put up my own Christmas tree in my bedroom because I have 30 plus years worth of ornaments. Well, right now, 29 plus years worth of ornaments. Because they're like, besides the Star Wars books, they're like the only things I collect, and I love them. They're very important to me. I actually have ornaments that belong to my great-grandparents that I can't even hang up anywhere because they are just so fragile and breakable. And I broke my first ornament last year and I cried, so let that help. So let that sink in. I cried when I broke an ornament. So I have my own Christmas tree, which my mom bought for me, and I've been putting it in my room because my mom has this rule. We have to put all our ornaments up. We can't have one ornament that's off the tree unless it is something so fragile we can't hang it up. However, if I were to put all my ornaments on the family Christmas tree on the living room, there would be no room for my brothers or my mom's. So a couple of years ago, I decided I got my mom's permission to start putting a Christmas tree up in my room and just decorating my room and going all out for Christmas because it is my favorite holiday. And so I've been doing that for this, what I think will be my 4th year, decorating my room, and I basically say I turn it into an elf's bedroom at the North Pole, and I usually go around telling people I'm an elf because I really feel like I am at Christmas. So I have this tree. I've used it for the past 3 years. It's a nice tree. However, I am running out of space on this tree, despite the fact that we have not been to Bronner's, like I said, for the past 3 years. I am literally running out of space on this tree. I need to get a bigger tree. So I told my mom I've been thinking about getting a bigger tree, and my mom, this is how much she is awesome. She actually was at Walmart, and she saw they're already getting Christmas stuff in. They're already getting Christmas trees. She actually found a tree for me under $50, and I absolutely loved it. We went to look at it today. They had it set up in the garden center. It's a 6.5, so 6.5 foot tall. Beautiful. It's fake because we can't do real trees, but it's a Jackson Spur. And what I really like about it is it's under $40 and it's not pre-lit. Like, what is that big deal? I personally don't like pre-lit Christmas trees. I don't know if it's something ingrained in me or anything, but I really enjoy putting the lights on the tree myself. I don't like pre-lit Christmas trees. I know they're quicker and easier, but I don't know. I think it robs something from the decorating if you don't put the lights on yourself. So I don't like pre-lit Christmas trees. My mom loves them. In fact, she has a pre-lit Christmas tree. I just don't like them. So my stipulation is my tree has to be bigger than the tree I had, and it couldn't be pre-lit. My mom found a wonderful 6.5 foot tree, not pre-lit. It's wider, so there's more. It's not only taller, it's also wider than my current tree. So it's, like I said, it's $40. It's under $50, which is perfect for my budget. So we found it. I loved it. I think it's amazing. So I took a picture on my phone that I'm going to put on my computer and save. I did not get the tree today. In fact, I'm holding off on getting the tree because it isn't even October yet. So I'm actually going to wait and get this tree in mid-October. So I'm going to go back to Walmart in mid-October, and I'm going to pick up this Christmas tree so that I have this beautiful new Christmas tree, which means, does anyone want a Christmas tree? So I'm really excited about this Christmas tree. I can't wait to see how it works. That's one item crossed off my list. I have to start making a Christmas list. I actually went through, reburned, because I had my new computer, burned all my Christmas CD, put all my Christmas music back on my new computer. Today I'm actually going to sit and make a list of all the Christmas movies that are on Netflix that I want to watch. And then I have to go through, I will show you this. You guys wonder how Christmas crazy I am. This binder right here is nothing but Christmas CDs and movies. Like, Nothing else is in this binder but Christmas movies. Everything from Barbie in A Christmas Carol. Let me count. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, and I have the Muppet Christmas Carol as well. So I have like 5 versions of A Christmas Carol. So how's that? And then I have like 2 different versions of Miracle on 34th Street. I have 2 different versions of Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. I have pretty much every single Rankin Bass Christmas special, including Frosty and Rudolph's Christmas in July. I have Rudolph's Shiny New Year, which is like one of the cutest. Oh my gosh, Rudolph's Shiny New Year is like one of the cutest movies ever. I love it. So I have like 50 bazillion like movies and everything, and you know, I was kind of bummed, like, we don't have cable, so I'm going to miss all the Hallmark Christmas movies this year. But then I think about it, I go, wait a minute. I did that for the past 2 years, and with doing that, I didn't watch all the Christmas movies I have here that I would normally watch because I was so busy trying to watch all the Christmas movies on Hallmark Channel. So actually, not having cable, I'm realizing is going to make it more fun because this year I don't have to worry about trying to watch all the Christmas movies I have and then trying to also watch the Hallmark movies because I am very happy just watching what I have. And actually my 2 favorite Hallmark Christmas movies I actually have. A couple of years ago they did 2 movies called North Pole and North Pole Open for Business, and I absolutely loved those movies. I actually have, my mom went out and found me the snowflake from the first one, which lights up. So I actually love those. Those are my 2 all-time favorite Hallmark Christmas movies, and they actually star one of my favorite actresses, Bailey Madison, who's also in one of my favorite Hallmark shows, The Good Witch, which thank God is on Netflix. So yeah, so this weekend I've got to sit. I actually might do that tomorrow. Yeah, I'm going to actually do that tomorrow while the vlog loads on YouTube and I listen to the Lions game. I'm actually just going to sit and make a list of all my Christmas movies because some of these are actually lots and lots of doubles. So I had to sit down and put the DVDs into my DVD player, see the list, and then write them down. Like on one disc, this is one disc. I have Santa Claus is Coming to Town, The Little Drummer Boy, which is like my mom's favorite. No, my mom's favorite is Nestor the Long-Eared Donkey. I love that one too. I also have Mr. Magoo's Christmas Carol. Some of these might be ones you've never heard of. I have, this one has Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, Frosty the Snowman, Frosty Returns, which has nothing to do with the original, and I don't like it, and Cricket on the Hearth. I have the deluxe anniversary edition of The Year Without a Santa Claus, which I absolutely love. I love The Year Without a Santa Claus. I have Yogi Bear and the Yogi Bear's All-Star Christmas Caper, which I have never seen in my life, so I vaguely remember it. But I have that. Oh my gosh, I have like 3 Trans-Siberian Orchestra CDs for Christmas, which my brother, he just yells at me all the time. You're not supposed to like it. I've got one of my favorite Christmas movies from when I was a kid. I used to watch this all the time with my mom. Prancer. My mom loves Prancer. So I like Prancer too. So I have a lot of movies I used to sit here and watch as a kid. I have a Miser Brothers Christmas. That makes no sense. And I have a very particular order I watch these. Like on Sundays, I watch the religious movies. So I actually have, like, I have the Nativity Story, and then I have a I have these holiday family classics, which my mom bought me a few years ago. It's a 4-disc DVD set. It includes 27 classic Christmas cartoons and then 3 discs with 4 movies each, so 12 movies. And here's how old these are. The earliest movie and cartoon is like from the 40s, late 30s, early 40s, and the latest, the most recent one, is from the 80s. So that is how old some of these are. Like some of these, you are like totally old. Like I have Santa, Little Women Joe story, Little Women Meg story, and then there's one called The Pilgrimage Play. That is like, those are so old they were sponsored by Westinghouse, and in one commercial they talk about a new 12-inch TV, and I'm like, And I'm the adult who's seeing this for the first time, staring at this brand new, fully 12-inch CD that doesn't flutter, doesn't do anything. I'm like, wait, they didn't have HD back then? So I'm like sitting there watching this on my so beyond 12-inch flat screen going, wow, that must have sucked. So it's like, it's really fun watching these. I actually have a movie that I always watch on the first day in December every year called Santa Claus Conquers the Martians. I have talked about it. It is the perfect campy Cold War era Christmas movie. It's a beef. It's not. I don't even know if you can call it a beef look. It's more like a deep look. It is. I watch it just because the plot is so freaking ridiculous. It actually came out the same year as Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, and was actually the first on-screen appearance by Mrs. Claus, beating the Mrs. Claus's appearance in Rudolph by like a week. So I have this entire binder of movies I have to go through. I have to go through Netflix and get all those, and oh my gosh. So yeah, I'm definitely doing that Sunday while I'm listening to the Lions game, so that's it for this week. So I'm going to get going, you guys. Everyone stay safe, stay sane, especially if you're on the East Coast or if you're out west in Utah where these wildfires are. So everybody stay safe, stay sane. I'm sending you all lots of love, hugs, and prayers, and I will talk to you guys next week. Bye-bye.